Several people have asked me in the comments on Instagram and in other online spaces whether we need very powerful computer systems to start programming, even if it's with basic tools. Do we need to have a strong laptop or a powerful computer to be able to run our software on our system so that it runs smoothly? In general, yes, guys, we do need it, a strong computer system so that we can run it on our system, because ultimately running it requires high RAM, it needs a high CPU, and if graphics work is also involved, even if models like Wusheng Mosen are included, it requires strong graphics work as well. But generally, if we want to start with a weak system, what should we do now? We don't have a fully strong system right now. Well, what can we do so that the program can start, learn, and even perform it at a professional level, and our system won't fall short, guys? Google has started and created a project for us so that we can use it, but especially if we want to start with mobile development. This is possible, and it's a very attractive project called the IDX Developer Project. Let's go to the monitor so I can show it to you. First, we open our browser and type here. This is the website of Google itself, which has created this program, a developer ID program as well. It's an internet developer environment where you can code using Google's own resources. It also works with Gemini, which is really good. Currently, it's even available as an experimental feature. This means you can use the latest Gemini models within it for free, but many things are still in an experimental phase. It runs within its, but you can use it. Additionally, as an application, you can use it on Android and even on iPhone. You can also run them as a web application. Let's start by seeing what the platform looks like now. Here, at the top of the page, we can click on the Google Salt, and it goes to idx.google.com. If you want to directly access this section, you need to go to idx.google.com. It provides you with such a space. I have previously created several different projects here, but for the first time, it will most likely ask you to register and enter some of your new information, which is definitely necessary. Whatever information you enter, make sure to select your country as the United States. Only it must be the United States, definitely not a European country. Make sure to select the United States because European countries, as well as parts of Asia and other places, currently have some or all of their features restricted. It won't work for you, so make sure to select the United States. This way you will always have access to such a platform and you can easily use it. Now, if you are a professional, you can even choose some programming templates be here for your backend, or if you want to run a mobile application, or if you want to work on a product on a platform. If you are working on a database and you also want to be on projects even with Google itself. But if you want to start on a blank slate without anything specific, you can go to MISC and also click on blank workspace. And it will run here for you. Again, we can return and now see its environment here. There. As I mentioned before, you can execute any part from here. It has various templates, and even if you want to make it very specific for yourself, you can do it here. There is also an API collection, which I mentioned to you in previous videos, and you can use its API extensively. During the setup, you can even do it here, which I will show you. You can run many projects here, which is very good. The only issue is the limited space, which I think is between 5 to 10 GB. It doesn't give you more space in some programs and applications. If you have a very heavy project, you will need much more space. However, even so, this space is a very good thing. For a free space, we select that blank and write. We test a lot. The rest is for us. We open the space, see the rest of the space, and wait for it to execute for us. Well, guys, right now you can see that the programming environment is running a program exactly like VS Code, and even the File Explorer section is here. Even the top menu is here, and the only difference in appearance is this. But you can run the terminal here. The terminal comes down here. Well, also, if you want to work with the terminal, you can click down here, and the terminal will run from here. Click on continue here, and then click on try interactive chat. Make sure to activate this so that if it wants to apply a command or even execute a command in the terminal, it does so from here. You can even browse and add various extensions, just like in VS Code from here. Guys, make sure to remember that you need to log in with a US IP here as well. It should be tested without a VPN, even with a US IP, and without other VPNs too. If it's not a US IP, it won't even allow you to log in. Keep this in mind as well. However, it's a very exciting space where you can run many different extensions here. Even if you want to use your own code according to the previous tutorial, you can run it here too. I'm waiting for it to load, so until it does. Now, Cody Source Graph seems to have a new logo. I haven't checked this, to be honest. Let me make sure if the logo has indeed changed or not, because it should always be clear. Let me see for a moment. It seems like Source Graph has indeed updated its logo. The AI search in your editor prompt library. I'll verify this later in another video. I'll conduct a review, but I saw this thing. I saw it on Gimbal, and Motion Mercy agents have been created for this purpose. It's good. I'll check this later. In Source Graph, there's a search by Source Graph, and the search section of Source Graph has been brought in. Now, if possible, let's not continue with this and move on to IDX. Even you guys can engage in conversations seamlessly here with other Geminates and communicate seamlessly and effectively with fellow users, and use the latest versions of Geminate itself. How do you use it now? By default, it doesn't use the latest version of Geminate, but you can make these changes inside it. I'm recording this now, and it's currently installing it. I'll just return back shortly in a moment with a project ID and exactly from the PI sentence, I click here. Exactly here you see that it says it wants to find its main workspaces within Google itself. We give it permission here so that the team can execute this for us. It gets authenticated, and you can start chatting right now and tell it, I want to build a chatbot UI, with UI. Yesterday, it asks which language you want to use for the UI now. It says it wants to be for the main web app, but it's not really wow. We see, guys, it's starting right now, and even if it encounters an error in the middle of something, it says that it even starts fixing some of the errors now. Compared to last time, it has improved in terms of growth. It asks if you want to proceed now, saying that based on everything we've done so far, we should go ahead and create this file. We press yes, go ahead, and then it starts creating the file. We press create, and now it says that it's currently generating the files, CSS, parent, JS. Let's run the project. We press Fakirk Ansim, Fakirk Ansim, Fakirk. A small young boy says, now, should we make him my arm or my right arm? In this project, I'm going to open the door and build me and make him my back. The series is not open yet. Open Doctor. That we could generally see the project easily. The Messy Israel project, we can see that for now come N. 1. Design. Design. Now let's find Corona. And I'll give you a strike. Israel is starting now. And I became aware. 1. Let's start now, kids, to see how our design has turned out. For now, I remember that. 1. Again, I'm saying it had something, an option that allowed you to see all the HTML 300 programs from inside, even see how they are executed. But see, I can't find it right now. I want to enter another program. We will enter the one compiler program, and I will click on HTML. Then here we can enter our codes and see how it looks design-wise. Just a minute, I'll enter these into HTML, and then apply the style to their CSS. It seems like the CSS hasn't been applied yet. If the CSS hasn't been applied, let's take a minute to enter these into Gib Shabadi. We can also even enter the JS, guys. Well, it seems like it's still not working. Okay, let's do something else. For now, we are using a free corner. Let's find something suitable for our work. We won't enter the site for now. Now that we've combined it, see how it turns out? or something like that. But you see, it has also brought out the page in general, meaning if it wants to be displayed here, but here it's like this. However, it's not nice anymore. So what can we do to use a better method that helps us? Now, we can install a code that includes the new clause. Or we can even use other chatbots that, for example, are extensions, or we can use the Gemini API. And when we get the Gemini API from here, guys, we go into the settings section of the internal chatbot ID. And when this opens, it automatically shows AI Gemini API. Here, we put our API key here. And after that, we can either type the name of our Gemini model here and add it, or we can select its model from the internal Gemini APIs here, which will then open a list for us to use, and we can use it here. We can also enter our own codes here. As I mentioned, if you don't have a powerful system, there are various programs like the IDX itself that we can use for free to a large extent. The Google IDX project, you can use it completely. None of its parts are paid, and it will be very, very useful for you guys. Make sure to use it, and I hope it has been useful for you here as well. Make sure to use it, and I hope this video is very useful for you. If you enjoyed this video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.